What are you going to use the computing power for? You mean? So each tower I'm going to set up at a friend's house, and it's going to run a video game for my video game botting business. So I want two laptops per tower at the moment. Yeah, I code the bots. That's kind of what got me started on robotics. When I realized how well I can code a video game bot, I wanted to make a real life robot using the same AI and coding skills that I learned through video game botting coding. I saw that I had a lot of talent for that, and I wanted to bring it to reality in the real world. Because software normally is just on a computer, I wanted to translate that to real life. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do, Chosen. I'm planning to make a living from bots, both real life robots and video game bots. So far, I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way. Definitely on my way. VPS servers, yeah, I'm just gonna call in favors from friends, basically, to get servers, or just like buy cheap computers, set up at friends' houses, go from there, as opposed to trying to pay for some service, which I don't even think will work anyways. Like, I think the game itself can actually access your MAC address on your computer. Well, yeah, I mean, making the bot's mannerisms human-like is step one, but there's a lot more to it than that. I made my bot very human-like. Nobody can tell. Unless if it's screwing up somehow. Which can happen from time to time. Yeah, that was the funnest part, is making my bot have human-like mannerisms. Move like a human, act like a human, seem to be having human-like reaction time and mannerisms of all sorts. That was really cool to do. Did you make your own bot? Yeah, I did. It took me a few years to do it. It's a world-class bot. It runs year-round. It automatically updates. The next phase of my plan, after creating the amazing bot, is to get that amazing bot in as many people's houses as I can. I need 1,000 copies of it to be running in order for me to make a good amount of money. So that's what I'm working on now, is getting people to let me install my computers at their house. Have you advertised your bot? I'm not going to sell the bot. If you sell your bot, it becomes a public bot. It's no longer a private bot. And selling a bot will get you sued by game companies because you're causing an epidemic of botters by selling your bot. You cannot sell your bot. Private bots won't get you sued, but selling your bot to others will get you sued in a second. Because game companies hate that. They hate bot sellers because it increases the number of players who are botting. And they can't tolerate that. Because they might have 10,000 new botters because of one bot seller. It's like a plague. So I wouldn't sell my bot. botting myself won't get me sued. Selling my bot will get me sued, for sure. What's up, Solar? No, there's people who sold their bot, made $1 million in a year, and got sued for $10 million. Like, you don't mess with that. These video game companies will come after you if you sell your bot. Wouldn't be possible. I make my bots unable to run without access to my web server and all the proper credentials for that computer. So you wouldn't be able, I mean, unless if they were to reverse engineer my entire bot, they wouldn't be able to do anything with it. It wouldn't work on their computer. That's part of my bot security system, but my security system I haven't really focused on too much, but it's pretty secure. Like, it would not be easy without months of work to get my bot to work on somebody's random computer. Just, you would have to be a masterful programmer to even figure out how to do that. And you would have to learn the entire architecture of my bot to even do that. I never want to get sued. I would never do anything that would risk getting sued. Can you imagine going to court, defending yourself? That would be the most stressful thing I could possibly imagine. You have to hire a lawyer and everything. I only have 8 computers ready. Well, like 8 towers with 2 computers per tower. So that's 16 computers. That's all I have bought right now. I can't afford to buy any more until I make money with those, or make money however. So what, the laptops have the game running on them that you bought? Yeah, that's it. So instead of putting 2 laptops at a friend's house, I put a tower with the laptops inside it, which makes for cleaner cable management, ensures that it has proper cooling, people aren't setting things on top of it, protects it from damage, protects it from kids trying to use the laptop and playing games on it and screwing up my bot. And it enables me to have 2 PCs at somebody's house for the price of 1, since it's not just a single computer inside it. It has 2 laptops inside it, so I can run 2 bots. How much money has been invested? Probably like 4,000. You don't mean the robot, you're talking about these computers, right? 4,000 for the computer stuff, for botting. Plus all the game accounts and stuff. I've already gotten more than 0.1% return on investment. And the business has barely even taken off. And I've made a good amount of money. Like, I've probably made like 450 back. So if I spent 4,000, that's 10% return already. But I mean, I really have only just begun that stuff, actually fighting for a return. Because the business, you know, I'm still in the infrastructure, setting up all the computers stage. We're at the very beginning of this business. Cost of time and effort? Oh man, probably like 4,000 hours of work. But the idea is to eventually create a business that's passive income for me so that I can work on building additional businesses as well as building my robot without the stress and pressure of trying to also come up with money. So by creating a passive source of income, I solve a lot of my money problems while I work on my other stuff. I'm not into that style of doing business where you take investment money and now you owe people money. It's very unattractive to me. Kind of give up your power over your own destiny. Well, hell yeah, I'm being selfish. Why would I want to spend, 8,000 hours of my time and then share 70% of the profit with other people who spent zero time and just handed me a few bucks at the beginning to get me going? And now for the rest of the life of my business, I pocket 30 cents on the dollar. It's stupid. People do that all the time, and I don't buy into that. If you can pay for your business on your own, you should. Why give up profits? That's just bad business sense. I don't put any source code. No source code touches these computers. Only the executable. And to reverse engineer it would take probably many months, like 6 months of work by a true master programmer. And I don't think the odds of me putting this at a master programmer's house is very good. Like, how many master programmers do you know in your life? And if they are a master programmer, why would they bother with that when they could be, making money, working at a software company? I don't know. Like, it's not really a good use of time to try to reverse engineer somebody else's video game bot to try to understand how it works. Like, you could just make your own bot if you know how to do that. I shouldn't even say mailing it. I'm not planning to mail these out. At this time, at least. I'm planning to drop them off or have my girlfriend drop them off at one of her friends' houses. Because I have to be able to make sure they're set up correctly and whatever.